So prior to claiming his second Oscar, it'll be back-to-back Oscars, Eddie Redmayne making his annual trip here to the Morning News.
He's calling it.
And do you feel it is your appearances here, more than your work, more than the very good work you accomplish on the big screen, that vaults you into this?
Damn right, Sam. Absolutely. It's, no, but it's a treat to be here. A bit of vitamin D. I've been in rainy London for months on end, so it's lovely to be here.
And you've come out to talk about the Danish Girl. We're going to talk so much about it. Very effective and powerful. You said you, quote unquote, lived with it for about 4 years.
Yeah. So this film's been 15 years in the making, and I was cast. Tom Hooper, the director, cast me when I was doing Les Miserables. So I was attempting to sort of warble on a barricade, and he gave me this script, and I was kind of sucker punched by the incredible love story. It's a very unique and beautiful love story, so that's kind of what sort of hooked me. And
at that time, did you know it was to be made, because it had been what, 11 years prior to you being cast?
No, I sort of as soon as I read the script, I was like, Tommy, I'd love to be a part of it. When can we do it? And he was like, whoa, 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 calm down. This film's been several years in the making, and it was only actually when I was making Theory of Everything that the film came together, and it's been the most wonderful ride for me. I've really enjoyed it.
And as the experience you had with Felicity in Theory of Everything, you have a wonderful co-star here.
Yeah, Alicia. Yes.
And did you know her at all?
Do you know, Alicia, this very weird thing that you sort of actors meet in random odd places, and we had actually presented a BAFTA together. Really? So that was the only time we'd met until we auditioned together. And in this audition, I'll never forget, I had been cast at this point, and Alicia was reading this scene, and I was waiting for Tom to call cut, and it kind of never happened. And I looked to my right, and he was there sort of in floods of tears. And she's a powerhouse and a wonderful woman, so it was a treat to work with her.
I believe this is the scene that brought tears to the director's eyes, and has been doing the same thing to audiences as well. Watch this.
I watched him kiss you, Einar, so could you please make an effort?
He may have known who I was, but I wasn't always me. So there was a moment when I was just Lily, and I think that he could see that. Do you see?
But Lily doesn't exist. We made her up.
I know.
We were playing a game.
I know we were. But then something changed.
That's a wonderful, wonderful scene. Did you, not familiarity with the transgender community, but did you talk to a lot of people, or how did you?
Oh, do you know, the wonderful thing about having a few years to make the film was that I got to meet trans women, but not only in this country, not only in London, but also in Los Angeles and New York. And the community were incredibly generous with sharing their stories. I mean, Lily is an icon, and Lily and Gerda's story is such a unique one that everyone was incredibly honest with and generous in telling me their stories in order that I could learn from it. And God, it's been wonderful. I've met some extraordinary people.
What did you learn from it as people shared their stories? Because I think one thing is, obviously this is directly impactful to a group of people. I think a lot of people would think that's just not in their sphere of thinking. It's not, you know, so.
Well, I mean, what did I learn? It was a huge education from the word go for me. The notion of gender and sexuality not being distinct things. The idea that, but really, this idea that love is not defined by gender or by bodies, or it's about souls, and that was what kind of moved me so much in the script, and what I hope we've managed to retain in the film.
Oh, I think you've done that. Tom Hooper was here, and this is kind of interesting because as you were making the movie, you were doing, and I think that's the weird calendar, the way the world works. You were doing things for the Theory of Everything,
yeah,
including winning an Oscar. Watch this from Tom.
Eddie is, if I hadn't switched on television, spoken to anyone in the world, or opened any newspaper in the world, I'd have no idea he just won an Academy Award. He was so focused before and after.
Apparently you had asked for the Monday off.
That's
and he said, and he said he was reticent to give you the Monday off.
Very generous. So the most slightly embarrassing thing was our first day of shooting The Danish Girl was the morning after the BAFTAs, and the first scene that we shot was Lily when she's living as Einar in bed, sort of slightly dozy, and Alicia's character comes and pulls the bed covers off. And when I saw the film in Venice when it played the first time, all I could see was this sort of hangover sort of etched on my face because it was the morning after. But no, it's sort of, you never time these things, and it's actually extraordinary when you're promoting a film. It's so different to making it, but it was wonderful to be in the world of promoting Theory of Everything, but actually your mind and your I suppose your heart is focused on the works.
And I suppose accomplishing what you've accomplished with the Theory of Everything and all these accolades and all these awards, does better material now come your, how has that impacted you?
How is it? Do you know what? I've actually been making I've been making J.K. Rowling's new film, Fantastic Beasts, for the past few months. So you're sort of, and when you make a film, you're in a wee vacuum. You don't kind of. So nothing's really changed other than the fact that I got cast in this wonderful thing that she's written. So I don't really know. Once I finish that and take a wee bit of time off, I'll come back and let you know if things have changed.
You were saying to me, in a way, it's freeing to do a character like that that's completely from one's imagination, as opposed to characters that are based on real people.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly for playing Lily and playing Stephen Hawking, there's so much material as an actor to go to, resources and people to talk to and photos to look at and all that sort of thing. And what's wonderful about Fantastic Beasts and playing Newt Scamander is I was going, well, I wonder where I'll look for inspiration, and the answer is you have J.K. Rowling, who has an encyclopedic knowledge of her world and the characters that she creates, and so actually I met her. I mean, the first time I met her, and I sort of, instead of all sort of pleasantries, I sort of went straight for the jugular. I was going, so tell me about his background and where is he? But she's extraordinary, so it's fun.
We get caught up in all this award season stuff, and obviously it's part of the economic engine of Hollywood. It's when you, as you're about to do again, when you walk all these red carpets, and having had all the experience that you had from last year, do you think that will inform it this year at all?
Oh, do you know, for us with this film, because our producers, it's been 15 years in the making, and because Lily and Gerda's story happened almost 100 years ago, and certainly in the past year or two, there has been progress with trans issues in the mainstream media, but it's actually, it's almost 100 years since their story, and actually it's kind of staggering how little progress there's been in that time. For us, the fact that the film is coming out, the fact that it's been made, and that script that I read moved me so much, and I hope that the film still does the same. The fact that it's tiptoeing out into the world is the most wonderful thing, and anything that awardsy or buzzy, if that helps people go and see it, then that's a wondrous thing.
You've developed no affectations at all. You don't demand a particular toast. You don't require a particular tea or anything.
My only weird demand is I'm obsessed with a bath. Like, I love a good bath. I'm most happy in life in a bath. So my only weird sort of diva demand is I always go, is there a bath? Can I have a bath, please?
Bubbles? Are you a bubbles guy?
I mean, I love a good posh bubble bath with a candle.
Oh.
And that's heaven
Really?
for me. Yeah, I love that.
Do you do that at home as well?
I may do, yeah.
And
You know what? We like that about you.
Okay, is the tub at home large enough to accommodate two people or just
Oh,
one?
it's very large.
Well, now you're getting
there we go.
personal.
Wow.
Now, do you prefer it with the jets and the bubbles, or just...
No. I don't like a fancy bath. I like a good old traditional, straight down the middle, good bubble bath.
Well, you know what? Paul, run the water for Eddie. Because we've got a tub here. Danish Girl is out now. Guess what? SAG, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, Oscars assuredly. Eddie, very good to see you. We'll be seeing a lot of you in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Love you, Eddie.
Thank
And
you for
Merry
coming in.
Christmas
Merry
to you,
Christmas to
too.
you, too.
Thanks for coming in this morning.